All right. So the first round here, you guys had two elimination games that you had to deal with. How were you able to do that?
We just relied on each other. We stuck to the script, and it was a good test for us that we passed. So it feels good, good test of character and resolve and perseverance. But now it's on to the next one.
You were one of the many players that went up to Nashville, had great success, got in that push in Nashville for the Predators, and then come back. Is it difficult? Was it difficult to get back in this room and get used to playing with these guys once again?
We've always said all along that there's a great character in the room, and the guys all get along, and there's always been great chemistry. So it definitely makes the transition, whether it's up, down, a lot easier. So no matter who's in the lineup, I think we try to pride ourselves on having them be comfortable and contributing right away.
Game 4, you scored what turned out to be obviously a huge goal. They have that miscue in the late in the first period. What's going through your mind when they miss that pass that goes into an empty net?
Oh, it's just,
Glad it's not me.
yeah. Well, that's actually happened before early in my career, and it's one of the things that never really happens, and we'll take any bounce you can get in the playoffs because every goal is so hard to come by.
Yeah, but it seemed like the bounces went your way in this series. Is there a reason? Like, were you guys working for those bounces? I mean, you earned those bounces. Do you take anything out of that?
Maybe a little bit. I think you always try to work for your puck luck. Usually, when you play the right way, the bounces tend to go your way. So for us, it's about sticking to the structure and the script, and eliminating other teams' strengths and transitions, so that we can continue to hem them in and wear them down throughout the series.
Does it feel like you've been in the playoffs basically since February? When you got recalled to Nashville, those guys were in a push. You're fighting up there. Now you come down here. You go through 5 hard ones with Manitoba.
Yeah, it's I guess so. Yeah, it was good. Good preparation for everyone that was able to get that opportunity. And every game is kind of life or death, and that's kind of the way we've been viewing it, and that's been our outlook and our approach. So.
How important is playoff experience? You had some good stuff last year with Colorado. How important? Does it matter when you get to this point of the year?
Definitely. It's it tests who you are as a person and as a player, and it's you prepare and you compete all season for these moments. So it's kind of the foundation of who we are as athletes.
Is it hard to be the same person night in and night out because there's different things on the line at this moment? Can you prepare the same way? Can you have the same pregame nap? Can you do all of those things like you have for 72 regular season games?
I think that's where the experience comes in, and kind of who you are as a person. Like, it's when the going gets tough, how do you respond? And it's all fun and games at the beginning, but now that it's our season was on the line for 2 games, and we came out and got the wins both games. It says a lot about our group, and so hopefully we can take that and use it against Texas.
And now the reward is Texas, right? They finished just a couple of points ahead of you. You guys know them very well. You both won 4 games. Your thoughts on this series?
It's going to be a good series. It's going to be a war. We knew that from the get-go. I think that was our approach in Game 4 and 5, was that if we don't win, our season's over. So if we can have that same approach and really dial it in, and eliminate their transition, because they're pretty offensive, then hopefully we can continue to play our game.
That's one thing you guys have been able to do very well, is stay in the moment. Pretty much all season long, you've been able to stay in the moment, not look ahead at all whatsoever. Even whether it's 2 minutes the other night, you could have set up 2 minutes until overtime. You didn't do that.
Yeah, that's you just got to be where your feet are. That's been the coaches and the leadership's message, up and down. So that's I think the biggest message is just being where our feet are, take it one game at a time, and hopefully we can come out flying on Friday.
Just with how the last series ended, and is there any way you can carry over momentum? I know it's a week apart, it's a different series, but can you carry some of that momentum into this next one, or?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I think everyone should feel good about. But at the end of the day, it's when puck drops on Friday. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. We got to come out and establish our home ice. We only get 2 games here in the series, so we got to win both, and like I said, stay in the present and establish ourselves from the get-go.
And like you mentioned, just how big is it having games 1 and 2 here Friday and Saturday night?
Yeah, we want to set the tone of the series from the beginning. So we want to come out flying and establish our presence, like I said, and it'll be another good test for us. I think every day is a different test for us. So how we're going to respond, and I think we didn't come out the way we wanted to do in Game 3. So we got to adjust and learn from that, and that's where experience comes in.
Both teams evenly matched. Do you like the challenge that this team presents?
For sure. I think it's it's what you live for, and what we work all summer and all season for is, you know, when the going gets tough, you know, that's kind of the real winner, you know, and whoever comes out, you know, it's what you live for.
Do you kind of think about last year's, you know, playoff run and how it ended, and can that help you guys at all this year in terms of, you know, anything? Or?
Well, I mean, it's a whole new group. You know, a lot of guys, a lot of new faces, a lot of young talent here. So I think I think everyone kind of comes together for these moments. I don't think it's about last year, you know, series. We got to be in the present and just be focused on the task at hand.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Kiefer.
Thanks, guys.